Jess on his right. Hey, hold up. Don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning. Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Good morning, Bakers. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Wake and Jake. February 24th, myself, BBD, and most importantly, special guest today, our guy, Hearn Hunge, Taylor Hearn of the Texas Rangers. I mean, he's kind of like of JOMBOY Media. That's overstepping my boundaries, but you're kind of our guy, Hearn. So what's going on, dude?
Oh, man, not much, man. I appreciate you having me on here. You know I love you guys, though.
Dude, we always, we don't want to overstep our boundaries. We've run into a really cool lane with baseball, but man, reliving. I know we always mention it with you, but when we were hanging out with you at the World Series, and then when you pitched in the Bronx, like you, I'll stop hyping you at some point, but you're my guy forever. I'll go to war for you. And the only time I won't is when we do the lefty draft in a little bit, and I think I'm going to wipe the floor with you. But outside of that, you've always been the best. You get it, and you got that fastball though. So how are you doing, man? How's like every baseball player, you got to be feeling just the highs and the lows of what are we doing. But I know you're training and stuff. So what's up with you, man?
Man, I've been, just like you said, been training. And then I started doing this whole high school tour thing where I've been going around to all these DFW high schools, working out with these kids and kind of just getting a chance to get to know them, but trying to help any of them out, help, whatever questions they got, and just trying to get to know them,
What are the kids asking? You got anything for me? You've seen we're doing the blitzball stuff. So like if you got anything mentally or physically I should be doing, I need it.
So a lot of them been asking about the strikeout, about how nasty I made JOMBOY look.
Yeah.
A lot of them love that. Secondly, they love to ask, who are we going to sign when this lockout's over? Another one, somebody asked me if there was a brawl to break out in the locker room, one-on-ones, like in the cages and stuff like that, like who's winning. And I'm just like, I wish I could tell you. A lot of them are actually pretty big fans of you guys.
I like that. What's your strategy in the brawl? Are you using Trevino as a shield and you're kind of like the sword behind him, like arms out?
Well, with him, as short as he is, I got to kind of pick him up.
Right.
So that's extra weight I got to hold. So then I would, end up hurting myself. So
it's like
I think I just do it.
It's like a Gandalf Gimli type situation or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a big shield to hold up. So I think I'm just better off just
that's a tough shield.
Myself.
That's a tough shield. Man, I guess I'll do the lefties draft. We got that coming up. I guess we talked about it a little bit. The Rangers were hot in the streets before the lockout ended. Have you been in touch much with? Gray, Simeon. I feel like Simeon's a big MLB PA guy, so I don't know if there's been anything there. Have you been in touch with those guys too much? I know everyone's got their own stuff going on, and like you guys haven't been in the locker room yet. So,
the only guy I've been in touch with is Simeon so far. Me and him, I've talked back and forth, and he's been having me relay messages to the guys about the updates about what's going on. But other than that, the first thing I told him was like I was happy that he's on our team now.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta face him no more. So,
dude, he his year last year, and that's the people in here and the people on Talking Baseball have now heard me say it probably twice a week because whenever we start actually talking baseball again, I get so juiced up. But Marcus Semien last year, 45 ding-dongs. Like, what?
Yeah.
Playing second base, got the gold glove. So, and hey, that's pretty nice to have behind you, too. So, man, obviously excited for you, Rangers baseball, Hearn Hunch. I hope there's a day that we can talk soon about that Yankees opening day. Because, I know we've talked about that a little bit and would love to find a way down there because I still have my Dallas love and my Yanks and you. So we'll see. Hopefully there's a day soon that we can talk about that and start talking some smack and all the good stuff. But till then, what else is going on in Dally? I know you said there was some weather. Your Mavericks, Luka, are we drinking the Kool-Aid? You got anything to sell me on in Dallas sports right now?
Dallas sports is on the come up. I truly think so. Rangers are getting better. Mavericks looking good. Stars are looking good. I forgot what because I think they're looking pretty good as well. I know that. And then Cowboys season obviously didn't end the way everybody wanted it to, but I think Dallas sports is on the way. You need to hop on that train here soon before, I would hate to, be holding up a World Series trophy and want to give you credit and I can't just because,
right.
You drew the line in the sand. So,
I mean, Rangers for life, Mavericks for life, Stars for life. No, man, I very much enjoyed when I was down there. Well, it was ballpark at Arlington at the time, or maybe it wasn't. I think they rechanged the name by then. But, and dude, Mavs games, Stars games, they're electric, man. Like the Dallas sports community is really good, and not to be shots fired, but Dallas has a lot of people from kind of the central part of the country that, like, if there's a Chicago Blackhawks game, like, they'll roll through to that game. And it's not a shots fired to Mavs fan. It actually kind of makes for a pretty electric environment because, like, you get some rowdy crowds at those games.
No, you do. You absolutely do. So I've been to a Pittsburgh Penguins game. I've been to a Tampa Bay Lightning game. And then obviously I've gone to Stars games for a long time. And honestly, probably those three games are probably the most rowdiest games I've ever been to in Stars. And one thing I love about going to Stars games is, like, the Dallas fans are really, really invested in the team. They really get into it in the games, just like basketball. So same thing with Maverick games. But yeah, definitely hockey games. Hockey games are, can't miss.
You ever see any of the Mavs dudes, like, out on the town? You ever see Luka bumping over a Katy Trail ice house or anything like that? Or what's...
No, I haven't yet.
Okay.
Those guys are they're kind of. I think they're kind of like us a little bit. You'll see them out in the off season and in season. Kind
Right.
of staying inside a little bit more. So, other than talking to a couple guys through social media, that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's it is always funny, and whenever, like, David Cohn, who does Tone the Slab for us, you hear some of the stories about the 80s and the 90s, and you're like, damn, what? That was during the season? There's a shorter man with a beard and some gray in his beard who I think he's waving, and he says, "Say hi to Hearn Hunch for me." I think it's Jimmy. It is Jimmy. He says hi.
Tell him to say hi.
He says hi back. Let's get into the good stuff. Taylor Hearn, for those that don't know, lefty, southpaw, power fastball. And I was like, we're in a weird sports hole right now. Like, we should be talking spring training, and we should be talking about, are the Rangers going to win 100 games this year? Instead, got my hands tied because, like you said, those kids at camp are bothering you. Who else you guys signing? Like, well, I don't know. We'll see. These teams still have a lot to figure out, which is going to be really cool for baseball whenever that happens, when we have those 2 weeks of crazy free agency and whatever trades or something. Until then, I think we do the lefty draft. Are you like a proud lefty? Have you always been? Did you switch?
Always. Proud lefty from throwing, proud lefty to be a writer as well. So, I mean, I embrace it. That's for sure.
Do you do anything righty? Like, do you have any knockoff lefty stuff?
I eat righty.
Eats righty.
I when I used to rodeo, I roped right-handed.
You roped right-handed.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might be out for the lefty draft, dude.
You think so?
I don't know. I guess I haven't roped enough to know, but okay. I mean, I'll let the lefty community deal with you.
We gotta when you guys come down to Dallas, we need to make sure to do a demonstration with y'all.
Dude, I'm so in on that.
It.
I'm so in on that.
Who would be a better roper out of you and JOMBOY?
I mean,
and Trev.
Are we actually roping animals, or are we aiming at targets?
Y'all aren't ready for animals, so
okay.
We'll just keep it at targets.
I think that's true. I think animals would have given me a slight advantage because I think I have a little more fuck it in my game. Like, let's find out. Where I think, Trev's got the pretty face, and Jimmy's got +1 he's got to care for now. So I think I'd have a little more go there. If we're just doing, dude, you want to know the truth? Trev normally beats us in shit because he was a 8-year MLB pro first round draft pick. So, no, I would take him. I'm done thinking about it. Taylor, I need you to decide draft order. I need you to mentally think of a number 1 to 100. BBD, I need you to write one down. I've got my number. You have yours? Okay. Taylor, what's your number?
52.
I thought you might go that way. I went 22.
I went 25.
Oh, damn it, BBD. Random number generator, 1 to 100 to pick the draft over. 84. So, Taylor, you can decide if you want the first pick. You could take it's a snake draft, so you could take the 3-4 wraparound, whatever you're feeling.
If you like to.
I like 1. I like 1. I'm going to stick at 1.
I think that's a good pick. All right. Hearn.
How many picks are we doing?
We normally land around 4 sometimes.
4, sometimes we'll add a 5th.
If everyone's feeling really good about it, we'll run a 5th quick. So I'd say 4 to be safe, but we'll see where we are.
Right.
Going at least 4. I'm going to take the 3-4 wraparound.
Okay.
All right, BBD going to take the 3-4 wraparound. I will take the sandwich pick.
Smart pick.
All right, we are drafting lefties. I wanted to leave the board open. I think we'll cover sports. Might be some celeb. Might be some weird. I don't know. We'll see. Taylor Hearn, as the only lefty in this draft, you have the honor of the first pick.
All right. So let's see. First pick, I'm gonna go Michael Vick.
That's yeah, dude. Yes, I mean, when you start thinking about lefties in sports, I think Vic might be the one of this draft, dude. He's so iconic, and like the fact he was lefty was kind of a multiplier.
Right.
Like Mike Vick, a righty, would be just a little boring.
You think so?
Boring's the wrong word. Boring's the wrong word. But I do think being lefty added just such a cool factor to Vic, and the fact it was a cannon. Like,
right.
My God. We
and he was fast on top of that. He's
biggest.
I mean, how many QBs do you know on Madden that had a speed overall 99?
It's not many. It might be
and
one.
not many that could then do the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like as far as Madden rankings go.
Yeah.
Right.
Wildcat with Tyreek or something like that. But no, I mean, Vic really is an all-time lefty. I knew he was going to go in the draft, and one's a shout-out, man. Have we seen anything like Vic?
I think we've seen close. Nothing similar to it.
Like Kyler's in an arena, kind of.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson is like the closest
Lamar's
we've seen
nasty.
to what that was.
Maybe that's a good comp. If Lamar was lefty, he might be just slightly cooler.
If he was known for a little bit of a bigger arm than he has, like we're kind of there.
Okay.
He gets hit with he's a running back thing, which rude.
Met Vic briefly. Met him at CC's gala a couple years ago. And just kind of froze up, to be completely honest, because I was like,
Did
whoa.
you?
It's just like, whoa, that's the dude. And, I mean, this doesn't mean much coming from me. Not a huge guy. Especially when you meet a bunch of football dudes and then you see someone like that, you're like, damn, dude, like, hey, you had to survive out there. And he did a really good job of it because he was one of the fastest, nastiest quarterbacks to ever play. Do you remember him at VTech at all?
Say it again.
Do you remember him at Virginia Tech at all?
Yeah. So I, growing up, I had a red Michael Vick jersey when I was in elementary school. And so I was a big Michael Vick fan when I played football. And then I was also a big Vince Young fan. But definitely a Mike Vick fan. I had a red and a white Falcons jersey.
Love that. Dude, Vince ended up being like 10 years too early, man. Like, if Vince was in this year's NFL draft, he would be 1-1 and like keys to the kingdom, all of it. I love Vince Young. I still remember that Texas USC championship game. It's watching with the audio so low because Mom was asleep and I didn't want to wake her up. That's an all-timer for me. All right. 1-1. Hearn Hunch takes Michael Vick. BBD. Oh, no, I'm on the board. Damn.
It's you.
Okay. It's procrastinating a little bit. Let's see. God, I wish I could take an investment pick on Zion, but Zion's just gone missing this year.
Especially this week's been a tough one for the Zion stock.
You know what? I'm going to take. I'm going to save that one. I'm going to cop out. I'm going Babe Ruth. I'll just do it. He's the Babe. He's the great Bambino. People don't forget the pitching side of Babe Ruth, but could also twirl the pill a little bit. Yeah. So, like, really an iconic in a lot of ways, but an iconic lefty.
Pretty mad at myself he didn't fully cross my mind, get on my draft board for this. But, yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow. What were you saying, Hearn?
I you know what? I kind of had Babe Ruth kind of down there towards the bottom.
Wow.
On my list. I had him down there towards the bottom. He's on the list, but
so
there's a lot.
Here's what I'll say. I think you did shake me a little bit. I think I was kind of hoping to get Vic, which shows how cool Mike Vick is. There was a guy I almost just took that would have been a bad first-round pick. I think he'll be a fine second-round pick unless BBD snakes him. So, Babe Ruth, you guys have probably heard of him. Whatever. ERA title one year. Also hit some homers. So.
Yeah, so my one, I still don't fully know where we landed on the rules for within sports and repeating and stuff.
Okay.
So I was prepared to wait on baseball. Unless I had the 3-4 wraparound and this guy was still there.
Okay.
I would like Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just the coolest dude. Coolest swing. Throws lefty, too. Played a great center field.
Okay. Heard of him. I love Griffey. I'm becoming
the
like...
coolest.
There's days when I debate becoming like a huge Griffey stan on the internet. Just because, dude, you line up him and Bond's stats up until like age 31, and Griffey's got him, and then Barry ends up going nuts the second half of his career, which he had some stuff going on. I don't know. I just Bonds is awesome, and everyone's. I just don't like that everyone gives him the best ever camp. Where I think Griffey, especially when you think about all that stuff and his injuries and how that could have been changed and stuff. I don't know. But, yeah, Griffey's as cool as it gets, huh?
I'd say so.
Have you met him?
No, that's one guy I hope to meet one day. Hope to meet him so bad.
I think that
He actually he was at a game when we were in Seattle. He was up in the stands, and I was like, yeah, the odds of him coming down here are slim to none.
just staring from the dugout. Like,
yeah,
right here, man. That's funny. We'll get that tat. Was Griffey at that Vegas thing Trev went to this year? Trev's in the chat right now. Do you remember BBD?
I think he was there.
I think so too.
That rings a bell.
So all right, we'll connect some dots. Or maybe we'll give Ollie something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Ollie, hook it up, bro.
Need to tell him.
BBD, you have your second pick.
Yes, and I knew I wanted to go again. Not fully sure where we landed on the rules, but this guy was going to get drafted anyway. I'm taking Phil Mickelson.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
I'll go to golf.
I mean, it's fucking political, BBD.
Not drafting him for that.
This draft was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Yeah. Put me in a pretzel, dude. No, I mean Phil is an iconic lefty and well beloved. Just tough timing right now.
Yeah, it's tough.
So, I mean, that might have just tanked your draft a little bit, but
it's fine. I'm comfortable with the full body of work on the course.
Hopefully it ages better over time. Okay, let's move on from Phil. I can't get this guy out of my head. I told you guys I almost caved and took him in the first round, which again I think just would have been a bad move. So I played that safe Babe Ruth pick, which now I'm starting to hate because Hearn got in my head. There's a little bit of wild card. I'm going Manu Ginobili.
On the board.
I'm going Manu. What's going on? What's up?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
So, in the spirit of lefties, I feel like Manu had an all-time lefty basketball game. Like, that weird mix of old man and deception. Like, the passing, the shooting, Manu did it all. He's on your Spurs, Taylor, so you're probably a little jealous of the pick.
No, he's on the. He's not on the Mavericks. Oh, thank God. But yeah, I've seen enough of him over the years. So I had a. You know what's funny? I had him on my list and I took him off. I was like, you know what? I'll take everybody else but this guy.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Wouldn't be true to you.
No.
That's and isn't there the story when the Spurs? What was the championship they blew? Was that to the Heat? Was that the Ray Allen shot?
Yeah.
Yep, it was.
I think there's a story out there that like Manu, and I shouldn't depict this in a positive light, but it's, part of the reason we love sports. I think he was like a wreck for like months. Like he like went off the map in Argentina and people were like looking for him stuff and he was just so like bummed out. Like that's I guess how much he cared about winning and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a good sell or a bad sell, but dude, man, it was so gross on those Spur teams. Him, Popovich, Duncan, and Parker were like an illegal combination. Like they just beat you in every way. Every way. Dirk got one though. So, Babe Ruth and Manu. Hearn, you're doubling up now.
That's right. So with this one, where is my list? I'm gonna go with CC Sabathia.
Okay. That's a good one.
That's good.
That's a good one. We love Big C. CC. You I mean, he does player line stuff. Did you saw him that day at the stadium or after that or something? You've hung out with C, right?
Mm-hmm.
We still haven't gotten our full thing yet. Ryan Rucco's our boy, and he's been so awesome to us from the start that we've talked about doing like a home and home R2C2 talking Yanks, but COVID made that a little tough. But hopefully we'll be doing that soon. Because yeah, I mean it doesn't get better than Big C, man.
No, it doesn't.
And dude, only one of 3 lefties ever with 3,000 strikeouts. Like, there's
legendary, right?
Dude, there's some numbers that put things in perspective, and you're like, wait, all the pitchers that have played this game, all the lefties, and there's only 3 dudes ever that struck out 3,000 people, and you're one of them. Like, okay, so again, mediocre pick by Taylor Hearn. Round 3.
I kind of thought you would like it. You know, it's a Yankee.
Yeah. No, CC is solid. Whatever.
So question.
Sure.
They have to be left-handed, right?
I mean, that would seemingly be a big requirement. I'm interested to see what you got.
What if they're left-footed?
I think that's plays.
Permissible.
Okay, so I'm gonna go Lionel Messi.
Okay, on the board. I know the chat was asking about him too, because sometimes they don't think we're scholarly football fans, but.
Well, I didn't know the rules. I had him on my list, and so I kind of respected the lefty rule. But he was definitely high on my list. So,
are you you're a Messi over Ronaldo guy?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I am.
Oh,
I'm a Ronaldo guy because I'm a Man United fan. So, but I have a lot of respect for Messi though.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I mean, that's fine. I guess that's an opinion, but I mean, it's Lionel Messi.
I mean, is he one of the top football players? I think so.
Okay.
Him and Ronaldo for sure.
So if Lionel Messi, little transfer happens, he's on Man U tomorrow. You're still a Ronaldo over Messi guy.
Probably so.
Okay.
Probably so.
Okay. I mean, I just,
just because Ronaldo, he came through Man United and was just, in the early stages that he was, he took off, but
no, that's
Ronaldo's
fine.
been there. Ronaldo's been there. So,
that's
but
fine.
Nothing against Messi though.
Seems like some against Messi though. Okay, Vic, CC, Messi. Okay, that's a nice list. Back to me, Ruth, Manu. So I'm going a little bit celebrity. Slightly more political than BBD. And I think it does very much tie to sports. I'm taking Barack Obama. Barry O. I think best public speaker I've ever seen. I think if I wanted to, I could say he's literally on the left. B, which I think I already said part B, Barack and his basketball stuff, they highlighted that a lot. Nice little jumper, it seemed. And I think, again, if Barack was righty and they showed those basketball highlights, I think everyone would be like, I don't know. I don't know if Obama on the court's got it. But, man, when you're lefty, that just adds a little extra element that it's like, I don't know. That's a tough guy to guard.
Yeah.
So Again, I know BBD trying to get political with Phil, but give me Barry O all day.
All right.
Yeah, shut you guys down with that one, huh? Yeah. Take that, Lionel Messi.
One of the better presidents at playing basketball.
Yeah, that'd be, I don't know, run that simulation.
Yeah, did his bracket every year. That was always
Put that in a
cool.
video game. Oh, man, I forgot about the Lenardi Barack bracket. That was a huge thing.
Especially like the first time they like did it.
Yeah.
Had him, like go through.
Be so funny because he obviously didn't want to ruffle any feathers, so it'd be like all the 1 seeds, and then like
He picked like 1, 2 seed or something.
Yeah.
but-
yeah, his one upset would be like a Chicago school, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
Chicago, raise up. Okay,
Duke was a 2 seed or something.
best pick of the draft. BBD, you have back-to-back.
Yeah, and are these the final 2 picks?
How you feeling about, you got lefties in the chamber? Do you want to go 5?
Dude, we can go 5. We can go 6. It doesn't matter. I got enough.
Don't throw 6 out there. Let's do 5.
Throw 6.
Let's
I
do
can
5.
go to a 5th.
Let's do 5. Who you got, Beans?
I'm gonna go to my basketball pick. I'll be selecting Bill Russell.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Throwback, TBT.
You know, a lot of people like to play the ring conversation when we talk about the greatest basketball players of all time because one player can change a lot. He's got 11 of those. Hall of Fame, 12 All-Stars. Played against plumbers, but
You arguing against yourself over there?
yeah, he's old. But a good player. One of the GOATs.
Bill Russell.
I guess a good question for BBD. How many rings does he have without looking it up?
11.
Is it? Let's see. I'm researching.
I happen to be pretty sure I know that figure off the top of my head, and I had already pulled it up, and it's currently
11-time
on the
NBA
screen,
champ.
so-
Okay. Average 15 points a game. Kind of soft.
Look at them boards.
22 rebounds a game is pretty good for Bill Russell. Dude, I don't know what to do with old-time stats sometimes. Like,
Stats are weird in basketball, man.
Bill Russell grabbing 22 and a half rebounds a game for 12 years. I don't know. Good for him. Good for him. Happy for Bill Russell.
I like it. I like the pick.
What else you got, Beebs?
And then, getting out of our comfort zone a little bit, we've had our issues with this sport. 4th round, can't deny the value here. I will take Wayne Gretzky.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The great one. Shout out Paulina Gretzky. Saw she had her bachelorette party this weekend.
I think I get her too.
No, I don't know about that.
It's part of it.
Happy for Dustin Johnson, I get. Yeah, dude, Gretzky.
That's a good pick right there, though.
That's a great pick. I mean, he's literally like, no one even talks about the hockey like GOAT ever because it's just like known.
Like, we just kind of will never be a conversation. Take something weird to happen.
Yeah, like, does anyone else argue about better hockey players? Is there anyone now? Like Ovechkin and Crosby, I feel were like kind of next, but no one says they're the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. That's a great pick, BBD. I guess it deflated me a little bit. Griffey, Phil, Bill Russell, and Wayne Gretzky. Put them in a room. Have you ever done any, like, left-handed, left-brain, like, research stuff? Like, there's books written on it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Are you weird because you're a lefty?
I've been told I'm not.
Okay, that's huge. That's
I mean,
huge.
if you want to consider the rodeo stuff weird, then yeah, I guess I can say I'm weird.
I don't know, man. That's awesome. That's part of you. Okay. Taylor Hearn confirmed not weird by the people he's talked to. I feel like I'm gonna hate my next pick.
Why? Have some confidence in it.
You can pick somebody you like.
Yeah, that's true too, I guess. You know what? No. This was my guy. One of the best to do it at a certain level. I'm taking Tim Tebow.
On my board.
Wow. What was
Didn't
that
have
face,
him.
Taylor? You just made a face.
Didn't have him on mine.
No love for
If we
Tim.
were going 15 to 20, yeah, he's on that.
If it was a deep draft.
Yeah. If we're talking 15, 20 rounds, he's definitely on that.
I mean, arguably best college player of all time. I mean, whatever that's worth.
Really? College football player of all time.
You don't think he's got an argument?
He does.
Okay.
But are we, I mean, just to get off the topic a little bit.
Sure.
You're not throwing in Cam Newton. You're not throwing in.
Cam's in there.
Yeah.
Cam's probably got one of the best seasons of all time.
Okay.
I guess, Tim, even if you don't go like best player, like best like career, like story around it and everything, just everything about it.
I mean, two-sport athlete.
I was also going to go to the two-sport thing.
So what is the requirement? Because you could throw Vince Young in there. You could throw, man, that's such a long list.
I mean, Reggie Bush probably has an argument, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I guess, does Tebow, I mean, let's open up the wiki. Oh, my God. Well, not to sabotage my own pick, timtebow.com just came up, and there was no chance I was going to click that. That just wasn't happening. I mean, he's got a Heisman and 2 national titles. I mean, that's pretty, that's up there.
Yeah. I guess, let me see, who else did I have on here? So, no, I mean, Charles Woodson.
I think Charles has a great argument.
Yeah. I mean, it could go either way.
I mean, there's a lot of good college football players. There's no, I'm not saying that. I think Tebow has he has a good argument.
Right. I agree.
Part of the conversation.
Throwing, running, some AAA baseball. You know what?
Yeah.
Back off Tim Tebow. Why don't go look up?
No, look, I'm a fan of him though.
Go look up some Ronaldo stats or something.
Hey, yesterday he didn't score a goal yesterday. So.
Damn. Did your Red Devils win yesterday?
No, they tied.
Really?
Ronaldo hadn't scored a goal all year so far.
Is Man U must-watch TV for you?
It is for me. It is.
Okay.
I try to catch every game I can. I mean, I switched TV providers and stuff to get. I think I have Peacock and Paramount. So, and then I got the CBS network as well. So I'm trying to catch as many games. So yeah, definitely must watch.
Okay.
It's been a rough year. It's been a rough year.
That's I feel myself getting a little closer to soccer. I guess my thing is I still don't have a team. Like I got a lot of buddies that are Liverpool, a couple Man U guys. Everyone's got their one Chelsea friend, but yeah, I still don't have no team has fully spoken to me yet. So I don't. It's not, like if there's a Saturday morning and there's some Prem League on, I'll be like, all right, let's check it out. But I don't. It's not like, oh, Aston Villa's playing, I got to tune in. Although I kind of like the Wolves. I think Wolverhampton's just a really cool name of a team.
Yeah.
So I got that going for me.
You like Man City?
Not really. Man City.
Good. Don't like them.
I mean, I like a baby blue, but outside of that, and I feel like there used to be a FIFA game where I was pretty good with Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
And the announcers were really Sergio Aguero. So that's just kind of burnt in my head. So I guess I'm rooting for that.
I like it.
Taylor, you've got back-to-back, and I think your final pick.
Okay. And so after this pick, this is the last one?
Yeah, 4-5.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go, let's see, where is he at? Rafael Nadal.
Okay. Getting our tennis in.
Yeah. And then to start it back up for the last round, I'm going to go with Barry Bonds.
Okay. I mean, I already gave my whole Griffey thing, but the Bonds guy's decent.
Good player.
I think the biggest thing you got going there is Nadal's literal left arm. Like, that bicep. Like,
it's a good bicep, right?
It's literally an iconic left arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if somewhere in Spain they put up a Nadal statue or something, like, that left arm is going to be roped up.
Right.
He's good. Are you a tennis guy?
I haven't really followed tennis like that.
Yeah.
I try to keep up with it, but it's a tough sport to keep up with.
I feel
you seem like you're a tennis guy.
Man, so I've gone through some phases in life like playing tennis, and I do enjoy it. Like, I've never actually like trained for it, but like quick movements and hand-eye, like that's a little bit of my skill set. So I like playing some tennis. I feel like I need like an American star, man. Like I mean, Serena Venus obviously owned it on the women's side forever now. But also, like, I remember when I was early getting into sports and you're watching everything, like Agassi Sampras, dude, like that was a big deal. Like those dudes. So I don't know. I mean, it's been so much Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal for the past 15 years, which I think those guys are all cool, but it's never like I gotta watch them.
Yeah.
You know, so give me an American Superson. And Bonds, you think he was good?
My own opinion, he should have. I mean, he should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
People obviously going to discredit that, which is fine. But I mean, the man's talent speak for itself.
Yeah, you're 1,000% right. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Because
good at baseball.
He's one of, if not, and I'll, as I said this with Griffey, and I'll say with Bonds, like has an argument for the best baseball player ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that dude should probably be in the Hall of Fame. God, baseball, get out of your own way sometimes. Let's see. So, okay, your final board: Vic, CC, Messi, Nadal, Bonds. I don't really.
I even if he doesn't get taken, I got a bonus pick as well.
You got a. Oh.
I'm gonna wait. Though to see if any of you guys take him though.
Okay. Maybe there will be a bonus. Okay. Okay. Famous left-handed people. Let's see. So I've gone baseball, basketball, Barry, Tim. Does it have to be in sports? I mean, I guess
No.
Barry kind of wasn't.
No.
And I guess I'm making this up.
Your show.
I'm going to go with Justin Bieber. Why'd you laugh like that?
Hey, I personally love that pick. I love his music though. He puts out good music though.
I mean, Bieber, he's been famous now for what?
Jeez.
I was
since what, YouTube started?
I mean, yeah, right?
call
Like
it
that's the whole
2010,
thing.
Right?
something
Yeah.
like that.
Like Usher found him. Remember that whole thing? That was pretty crazy. Is Usher lefty? Can I change my pick? I'm taking the Biebs. Iconic, all time. I think there's a little bit of Justin Bieber that now you instinctually want to not like him. But then you hear a new song or see an interview and you're like, Bieber's a cool dude. Like, I'm in on that. I feel like he used to do the celebrity basketball games.
He did, yeah.
Which, I mean, that's huge. I don't think he's good at basketball, I'll be honest.
You don't think so?
You think Biebs is good at basketball?
Okay, so who's winning in a game between you and him?
I'd be a little worried about my fitness level right now because I feel like Biebs keeps it tight. I'll say this. I think if you told me in 1 month, like, I've got a pickup game with Justin Bieber, 1-on-1, half court, it's a game.
Okay.
It's a game.
Obviously half court. You know, I'm not trying to kill you.
Yeah, no, full court one-on-one. That's that sicko stuff.
That's racing.
If you and Justin Bieber play one-on-one, what happens? I mean, you can say it.
I got him. I got him easily. I wouldn't say, no, I wouldn't say easily. Because I know Justin, I think he can ball a little bit, but he's not gonna just come in there and just straight whoop me.
Right.
So I'm putting it on him for sure.
Are you letting him get a couple early and then you flip the switch? Like, is that the game plan? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, and play some good defense.
Okay.
6'6", so it's kind of hard to. How tall is he? He's what?
Ooh, Justin Bieber height. What do we think?
I'll give him 6 foot, maybe.
Jake, final guess.
6 foot Biebs. 5'11".
5'11".
5'9".
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
See, I mean,
it's probably probably not in spikes. I'll give him that benefit of the doubt. It's a true 5'9".
Have you ever done have you measured your wingspan? Like, do you have a 6'6" wingspan or less or more?
What was it? I can't remember, but we did. We measured wingspans in spring training. I want to say it was last year. I can't remember what the numbers were.
Okay.
But I got a pretty big wingspan. What's yours?
I remember I remember in the NFL draft and NBA, like, that became such a big thing for a while. Like, it would be like, oh, this D end, he's 6'4", but he's got a 6'10" wingspan. Or same thing NBA draft, he's a 7-footer with a 7'8" wingspan. And I think I was just trying to blind myself from being short. I'd be like, you know, I probably got a pretty good wingspan, right? I don't. I do not. That's not my build. You know, no need to put a number on it, but athletic is what I'd say. Athlete wingspan.
Athlete wingspan.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's what I tell people. So was Bieber who you were gonna take? Was that
No.
was your bonus? Okay, so you still have your bonus
It's on
pick
the
out
table
there.
still.
BBD, I guess this is the last fake pick in the draft because there may be a bonus round.
All right. The pitcher world is still open to me, and I'm between two guys. I'm gonna go with the big unit, Randy Johnson.
That was definitely one I thought about.
He's an interesting lefty because
He is.
he's got, like, the freak aspect to him. Like,
Fits the weird mold.
6'10", 6'11". Kind of took him a little bit for it to click. So I don't know if that's a plus or a minus, but the big unit, man.
I mean, it's still his first, like, good 26, and he lasted until 45.
Oh, Jesus.
Had a pretty good 184 inning season at 44 in 2008. So I think he made up for the late blooming,
Okay.
if you would even call it that.
Yeah, it's not even late blooming. He was just...
It's kind of normal.
Yeah. Hall of Famer, big time.
Hall of Fame.
He, man, I'd love to run into him. He still hangs out like around the Diamondbacks, which I think is pretty cool. Like he's definitely a guy that doesn't seem like he needs to do that, but he, and I think he's got his like photographer thing. Like I think he messes around with that, like at D-backs games. So good for Randy Johnson. 4 straight Cy Youngs, 99-02. Whoops. God. It's gross. Some of his.
Could you hit that?
Ooh.
You hitting that fastball slider?
You're right-handed, so it'll help.
Yeah, I mean, I've got just an
You
advantage.
have the platoon advantage on him.
Right.
I think the answer's no. If I got 100 straight Randy Johnson fastballs over the plate, at some point contact, I think, would come into play. Dude, I would be horrified, straight up.
Really?
Hearn, I love you. If I stepped in the box against you, I would be horrified. If you throw a fastball anywhere inside the middle of the plate, I'm jumping away. Blitzball? Different story.
Are you staying in there?
Up top. I mean, that's already gone.
Is it because the blitz ball won't hurt that bad if it hits you?
I've honestly, the question has kept me up. Because why? And I think yes. I think yes. Which kind of sucks. Like, obviously been hit with baseball before, and, you know, probably the hardest was mid to high 70s. And, you know, it doesn't actually, well, I was lucky enough that it didn't actually hurt me or anything. But, like, I don't know, man. Mid 90s? Fastball? I don't want that.
It'll just sting just for a little bit though.
That's such pitcher talk. That's as a hitter, I can't let you just say that.
I mean, okay. So if you got hit,
Yeah.
let's see, right below the ribs, where
God,
most of our
dude.
meat, where most of our meat is, it'll sting. I mean, hey, do me a favor. When you see Trev, ask him about it. Be like, hey, like, you know, does it hurt? Yeah, probably for a little bit. But think about it. When you walk to first base, pain goes away.
I lost my breath for a second thinking about getting hit below the ribs. Like, I thought you were going to give me thigh or buttocks or something like that. Just below the ribs, bro. I feel like there's organs around there.
So would you rather want to get hit in the butt?
Oh, easily the butt.
Okay, so I actually did. I got hit with a line drive back up the middle on the butt when I want to say it was 2017.
Okay.
Kind of left a big mark. I went back, checked the exit velo. It was 100. So definitely
Did it catch you? Did it like ricochet or did it like hit and drop?
So when I turned, it hit my left side, and it actually bounced to first base.
Got the out?
Yeah.
Wow.
So shout out to, doing squats.
Squats. Shout out to the squat rack, baby.
Yeah.
Who hit it? Do you remember?
I don't remember. We were playing the Marlins high A team in Jupiter.
Okay.
But I left a pitch down the middle. As you know, when you leave it down the middle, they make you pay for it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of the way quick enough, and it came back, hit me, and rolled to first base. And I was rubbing it for a while.
Yeah.
Woke up the next morning with a little red mark right there. But, I was like, hey, thank God I'm doing squats.
Did it start like changing colors on you or anything? Do you start getting any like
It did.
like some
It did.
yellows back there?
Got a little red, a little purple.
Mm.
It was painful, I'm not gonna lie. it hurt for a little bit, but you know, hey, I was in there squatting and doing some lunges and stuff like that. I was like, it's not that bad.
I guess that would be, if we're gonna John Boy Media this, if I had to do a video where I had to get hit by a pitch, I would be full body armor or wall or whatever it would be, and I would just have like a little bit. I'd have the booty hanging out a little bit. I'd be willing to do that.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you're right. Like, end of the day, that turns out what? Being a bad 5 days maximum?
Maybe.
If
Maybe that.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Let's not?
Let's not do that. BBD Randy Johnson, the big unit. Who's your bonus pick, Hearn? If we like it, we'll allow it. If not, I'll just shoot it down.
I always butcher his name, but I'm a really big fan of his shows, and especially mainly his movies. Keanu Reeves. I always butcher his name. You know, Keanu. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves.
I saw him on the famous Lefties list I was looking at.
Yeah.
What are you?
He was up there.
John Wick guy?
Big John Wick guy.
Okay.
And then he was also in what movie was it? Speed as well.
Yeah.
I like that. So
you a
yeah,
Matrix guy at all?
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay.
Haven't really got into it like that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's there's full blown Matrix worlds that I haven't done that. But
right.
The original, and I even think maybe the third one. And I think all the stories about him, not as an actor, as a dude, I think he's legit. I think he's one of the good guys.
I think one thing I liked about him is I saw that they were showing some behind the scenes stuff on John Wick, and he actually did his own stunts.
Okay. Yeah. If you're a celebrity, man, or an actor, that's such a weird internal conversation, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to do this. There's literally a whole industry of people that do stunts and stuff. But at the same time, you're kind of more legit if you do it. But if
do you get more respect?
I think so. I have no idea.
Probably depends. I would assume you do.
At a certain age, maybe you dip out. I have no idea. I wonder, are there Hollywood unwritten rules to doing your own stunts up until 40?
I mean, how old is he? He's got to be. How old is he? What, in his 40s, probably?
Let's see. Keanu Reeves' age. We've got Bieber's height. Keanu Reeves, 57.
Doing his own stunts. Wow.
Dude, Hollywood blows my mind. Dude, Liam Neeson is an action star.
Yeah.
He's got to be late 50s or early 60s. Liam Neeson age. Hard-hitting research. He's 69 years old. What?
Nice.
Picture someone in your life who's 69 years old. They don't do action movies. What was his most recent?
If you were an actor, are you doing your own stunts?
I mean, we just talked about the baseball off the butt thing, so I think that shows my worth a little bit. I'd probably know what I would do? I would do one or two of the softer stunts to prove that I am willing for some stuff. And then kind of the more hardcore serious ones, I'd be like, you know what, let's get a stunt guy in here to do it right. And they'd be like, all right, he's a little scared. And I'd be like, that's fine. What about you?
No, I'm doing my own stunt.
Okay.
I'd like to.
If you could be in a movie, like, what do you think, small role, we want to get you in this film. Like, again, you've got some interesting angles here. Because, like, if they were shooting, like, a little cowboy film, I don't know. We get you on a horse or something?
You talking like Yellowstone?
Could be. What would you do? What if you hear from the agency tomorrow and they're like, Taylor, we're getting Hollywood interest. Like, what do you think's a role that you could crush? Like, small role.
Dang.
Yeah, right?
Dang, small role. I can think big roles as well.
Okay.
I can think, but okay, small role. One role that I thought was cool that would be fun is in the recent John Wick when he fought Boban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You think you could do an action fighting sequence?
I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, if Boban can do it.
Yeah. And then, like, if we're thinking big role as well, probably just because it's one of my favorite movies, but Blazing Saddles.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I like that. I've always thought I would be a fantastic, like, backup running back on a high school football team. Like.
So would you? So you're one of these stunt doubles for like a show like All American.
Let me see. I'm not super familiar with All American. Like, I'm picturing like Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
I'm looking up All American. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I'm picturing, I'm not a lead role in the show.
Mm-hmm.
The character's kind of similar to who I am, maybe a little undersized. I've got some scenes where I'm silly, but I'm not a featured character. And then one game, like, the starting running back goes down, and then it's like, oh, like, we're about to find out.
Bring up the freshman.
And I don't know where it goes. I think it works either way. Like, I could go in and flounder, and I think that works. Or, I mean, I got a little bit of elusiveness to me, that, or you know what it probably is? So what just happens the first time, and I've been, like, silly up until that point, and then I get the call in the big game. RB1 goes down. I go in, fumble. And I'm, like, devastated. Like, I'm broken. Like, I lose a little bit of my silliness, blah, blah, blah. Then it cuts forward, like, 4 weeks. I haven't touched the pill, thought about leaving the team. And then I think there would be, like, it would come back to me, and I'm, like I diced up a little bit. Like, I got serious about it, and then I get my next opportunity, and I ball out. So there's a little bit of a redemption story.
I kind of like that. What, okay. Kind of fumble, make a mistake, get a little pissed off, come back 3 weeks later.
Focuses me a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Rushes for what? 250? 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, like, I think, maybe it's starting running back, maybe he, right before the half, like, rolls his ankle or something. He's okay. And they're like, you know what? We're going to run, like, one toss play. Let's just run out the clock, get to halftime, and I get loose. Like, I go. Little wiggle.
Are you what type of running back are you? Would you be? You like a one cut back or what?
I'm a one cut back. Like, it's
one cut.
I'm tricky for the D-line and linebackers. I've got, like, a little bit of the hide behind the O-line, and I've got a good acceleration. My top end speed Like, at the end of the run, I'm going to have to fend off a couple of the D-backs, and I know that. But that's fine. Like, maybe that's where I get nasty on them, like a real stiff arm. Not that I've thought about this.
Did you play football?
No football. Mama wouldn't let me, man.
Wow.
Little sad, little like she gets a couple points. Like, I probably would have got the shit beat out of me. But I wish I played a little bit, man. Because, dude, I was about the same size freshman year of high school, and I could run just a little bit. That, like, I would have a couple freshman football stories where it's like, oh, you remember that day we played Brookfield and I, buck 33 touchdowns? I do every day of my life. I don't have that, though, and that's fine.
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
What did you? I'm blanking. I feel like we've talked about this before, but you mentioned it before. You played a little football?
I did up until I got to high school.
Okay.
Then I stopped. I stopped playing basketball and football when I got to high school.
Baseball guy.
Yeah, it was strictly baseball, rodeo in high school.
Strictly baseball and rodeo. I was kind of the same, but a different kind of rodeo. I was kind of.
What type of
I was just creating my own rodeo at school, man.
Walking rodeo.
Yeah, it was messy. Speaking of messy, Taylor Hearn, how do you feel about your draft? Vic, CC, Messi, Nadal, Bonds, asterisk, Keanu Reeves.
I like it because whenever you told me about it, I wanted to make sure I covered as many sports as I could.
Yeah.
Just to show how versatile how we left-handed landers are. I am a little disappointed when I was doing my research yesterday. I was hoping like there was a Denzel being left-handed or Serena, some big-time athletes. I'm not gonna lie, Albert Einstein was on the list.
Yeah, I saw Albert come up in the search. Dude, good for Albert Einstein, man. Just remembered as will forever be remembered as just a genius.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got that going for me.
No,
I don't think that'll be my end of the day rep. We'll see. I mean, maybe I get my high school backup running back acting role, and then it kind of turns into like a Jonah Hill thing where, just keep out biting more and more until I'm, it's you, me, and Keanu in our new, like, Blazing Saddles movie.
Have you seen that movie?
I have seen Blazing Saddles. My pops was a classic comedy guy. I haven't watched it front to back in, probably over 20 years.
Okay.
So
I think you should see it. I think you'll like it.
Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, Cleveland Little, guy by the name of Slim Pickens. Yeah, all-timer. It's an all-timer. We're still talking about it. 1974.
Yeah.
That's crazy. BBD, how do you feel about your draft?
Feel pretty good. Knew I was going to have to pick somebody from like an individual sport out, and so I was between Mickelson, Nadal, and Pacquiao. Went with Mickelson because he's nicknamed Lefty, and I didn't know what he said earlier this week until you said something. Yeah, I decided to do a quick Google.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
So no further comment. But I went with a guy who had the nickname Lefty for that. So overall, from a left-handed perspective, happy with that pick and the rest of my draft.
Yeah, I was eyeing, because that would have been a whammy. There's a couple pitchers. I think a couple Lefty Grove.
Well, yeah, I almost went with my last pick. I was between Randy Johnson and Steve Carlton, nicknamed Lefty. And I was just listening to Toe in the Slab ad. They
Wow.
were talking a little Steve Carlton. So
Steve Carlton. I don't have too much on Steve Carlton. I'd like to know more.
devastating slider, according to Cohen.
Okay, huge.
Good baseball reference page.
Was there any pick that you guys had that you were kind of like you were pretty set on, where you're like, I know I'm gonna get this guy?
I honestly thought Vic, which again 1-1. Vic for some reason kept standing out. And I think it's just because he was so like unique and iconic at what he did. And there's like the video game tie-in to it and the speed,
It's a unicorn.
like how strong his arm was. Like people, I was gonna say people forget that. They don't, but like Vic's arm was nuts.
Yeah.
Like nuts. So yeah, I was a little jealous you went there 1-1. And I mean, of course, Bieber.
I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I
Hey.
was not expecting that.
Iconic.
But you know what? With a guy like you that does like off the wall stuff,
Sure.
I kind of would expect that from you.
Okay. I'll take that as a compliment.
When I identified Griffey,
Griffey's a good one.
I was like, oh, yeah, I really want him. The
That
cool
was,
factor is too much to ignore.
And Hearn, I'll ask you this. Chris Rose asked me this. You know, they did the NBA All-Star game and they had the Diamond 75 and they saved MJ for last and it was pretty cool. Like it was badass. Like MJ is still MJ. He asked me if they did something like that for Major League Baseball All-Star game, who would be last? Like, who would they try to save and get the biggest applause for?
Oh man,
It's tough.
I mean, I would have to say. I personally think it'd be a tie. Just my opinion.
Sure.
I think it'd be a tie between Jeter and Griffey.
Yeah. That's where we landed. I mean, I think the other option that Chris Rose threw out that I think would probably be the answer outside of those guys would be Willie Mays.
Be a good one.
I mean, 90 years old for Willie Mays. Say hey,
Yeah.
kid. But yeah, I think I would lean Griffey slightly over Jeter just because I think Jeter gets some Yankee hate. Like maybe if it's New York, you do Jeter last, but I think anywhere else, I think it's Griffey. Griffey's pretty beloved. So is Jeter. I don't know.
Does Barry get it too?
If they did it the right way, I think so. Like, could you imagine? They're doing Hall of Fame, or we're doing the All-Star game. And they're rolling out the past 75-year team, or whatever it is. Guys are rolling out on the field, and they're like, well, we saved one thing for last. Hall of Famer Barry Bonds. And that's how they announced it. I think the place would go nuts.
I think so. I think one other guy I think the place would go nuts for would be Mariano Rivera.
Ooh, that's an interesting one, right?
Yeah.
Have him like actually come out of the bullpen, surprise people
Oh,
like that. Yeah, I like that. That'd be good.
Play Enter the Sandman.
Boom, no, 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 no. Boom, no, no, no. Taylor Hearn. I can't thank you enough. I I think it was a great lefty draft. I think the chat seems to unanimously be saying I won. Which, I mean, that's just a lot of opinions, I guess.
I gotta check these comments.
That might have been a little bit of a lie. That might have been a little bit of a lie.
I need to see that. Who is the people in the chat? Who is saying? What are they saying? Who had the best draft?
Hey,
Are we posting this on Twitter?
Let's.
There'll be a graphic somewhere.
We'll get a graphic with the lefties. Right now we're live on the YouTube, and yeah, again, I was kind of lying. I don't think a lot of people said that.
What are they saying?
Let's see. I got to scroll back a little bit. We'll start getting some feedback now.
Early returns.
I think people were a little shocked by Biebs. A lot of people liked the Nadal. People were getting into the soccer conversation we had for a little bit there. Soccer's hot in the streets, man.
It is. It is.
Nick Moy said Taylor crushed his draft, which I don't. That must have been a typo or something.
Money Mitch says, "What idiot said Jake won?"
So again, people are saying different things. So it's tough to say. It's tough to say.
I wanna. You know what? Whenever you guys do the graphic, I can't wait to see it. But I'm gonna do a poll on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
And I want to see who thought who had the better draft.
Who thought what? Okay.
I think at one point someone named Trevor Plouffe said, "Shut up, Jake. Babe Ruth sucks."
You know what? I was actually going to draft Trevor if he was left-handed.
Wow. All right. Get that out of here. That's soft. That's soft. Taylor, thank you. We got to start wrapping up. Dude, follow Taylor Hearn. You're a pretty good social media follow. I'll be honest with you.
It's a good time.
I'll be honest with you. Follow Taylor. Thank him for coming on. And hopefully we're doing more stuff with you soon. Question mark?
Hey, whatever you guys need.
All right. I appreciate it, Taylor. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend. Watch everything on JOMBOY Media. Mavericks for Life. And Manu. And Hearn Hunch.